Hey guys, welcome to another product showcase video. Today's item comes to us from Galaxis, and this is their ARE mid-tower ATX case. Okay, this is a mid-tower ATX case. It's called the ARE. This is part of their gaming chassis series from Galaxis. This is a mid-tower ATX. This supports Intel Core i3, i5, i7, and AMD x86 quad-core systems. On the side of the box we have a nice picture of the front of the case itself. On the edge of the box we have some information including the part number, ARE-001BL for blue fan. And on the other end of the box we have some information about the special parts of this case. Once again, the Intel and AMD processors that it uses. This has a thermal standard of 39 Celsius. This does have a eSATA connector. It has one 18 centimeter fan on the side, extreme cooling capacity, three 12 centimeter fans are included with it. Let's open up the box and have a look at what it comes with. Okay, the case comes very well packaged with a styrofoam end caps on both ends, as well as a styrofoam piece protecting the front panel itself, and everything is enclosed in a bag to keep any scratches or dust or any moisture off the case itself. Okay, inside the box itself we have the ARE's installation guide that shows you some of the different components that come in the hardware package here, as well as your I/O function panel installation guide, and a blow-up picture of the different components of the case. This is your hardware pack that you get with it. They give you standoffs, all the mounting screws and stuff you'd need to mount optical drives or hard drives with, as well as a PC speaker and a PCI slot cover. So if you need to replace one out, they give you an extra one with it. Okay, first thing we're going to do here is have a look at the front of the case itself. You notice this beautiful shiny black finish that they put onto it. These aren't ventilated for your 5 1/4 bays. There are 3 5 1/4 bays here for optical drives. Your top one, which has the spring-loaded mechanism for your optical drive, also has a Galaxis logo on it. Up above it for connectors we have 2 USBs, a headphone jack, a microphone jack, an eSATA connector. We have a power LED indicator here, power switch, 2 more USB connectors, as well as a small reset switch. And down farther onto the case here we have I believe this is a lighted insignia here for the X. I will check when I open up the case. That might be just decoration, but this is a ventilated front panel here to allow air in for your hard drives to keep them cool. It's a very stylish looking front case. I love the black coloring of it. Let's turn it around the side and have a look at the side window. Okay, on the side cover itself you see the 180 millimeter fan that they have here for an intake fan for your video cards to bring air into your processor. See a very similar style window as we had seen with the Atlas case, a 3-piece window here. This is actually one solid piece of acrylic. It could be replaced or whatnot. They just make it look like it's a 3-piece because of this separation here for their styling. Let's spin it around the back. Okay, on the back side we see a 120 millimeter exhaust fan where your I/O shield would go. There are 7 PCI expansion slots. We have ventilation here inside the case to allow more airflow. as well as a bottom mounted ATX power supply. And we also have 2 pass-through ports here for water cooling or cables, whatever you may need to add there. Okay, on the left-hand side of the case, I'm sorry, right-hand side of the case, it's basically a plain cover. There is ventilation in the front part and the rear part of the case to allow some airflow through behind the back side of the motherboard. Okay, and onto the top of the case, not only do we have the controls that we just looked at, as well as a small tray that you could put like your cell phone, MPEG player, what have you, anything you might need to plug into your USB ports here. And it has a single 120mm exhaust fan coming out of the top. And as for the bottom of the case, there's 2 spots here for 120mm fans. One is to exhaust the heat from your power supply unit. The other can be used as an additional intake fan to bring more fresh air into the case, or an exhaust fan if you choose. Okay, inside the case itself, as you can see, it's finished in a beautiful flat black finish. Nothing too shiny, just has a nice black color to it. There are 6 bays here that you can add hard drives. These are toolless bays where you can just simply pop the covers off, install your drive, and then turn it back in without any tools needed. You can see there's 4 optical drive bays here on top. There's also an additional bay for a like 3.5-inch drive here. I didn't notice that on the front. Actually, if I bring this back around, we'll see if we can get a good look at that. It looks like right here is a spot where you could put a 3.5-inch drive, a fan controller, USB plug-in, card reader, what have you, any sort of a 3.5-inch device that you may have there. Plenty of room inside the case. Plenty of room for drives, optical drives themselves. Very nice long front panel connectors, much like we had seen in the other case also in the Atlas series, that they give you some really nice long cables to make sure that you're going to be able to reach everywhere that you could need to on the motherboard itself. You see inside there we have a included 120mm fan there in the front to cool the hard drives, as well as the rear 120 and also the top exhaust 120. These are blue LED fans. As far as that front insignia, I don't see any wiring where it would be wired. I think what it does is probably lights up blue when your blue fan turns on. So as far as the X here goes, I think this will light up with the fan. There are a few features on this that we're not seeing that we've seen on the Atlas. There is no cutout for the CPU mount, and so you would have to pull your motherboard out if you're changing CPU coolers. Only a single top 120mm fan versus the dual that we had seen in the Atlas also. So if you're looking to mount a 240mm radiator, that might be a better option for you. Overall though, this is a very nice case. This is about as much as I would think anybody would need for a computer build, short of going with a water cooling system, something like that. And even then, with the input-output ports here, a person could easily mount a external radiator onto this and add water cooling to it. I just love the styling of it. It has a very robotic look to it with the shiny gloss black to it. It's a beautiful finish. Very nice case. Not overly heavy. It's probably right in the 20-pound range or so, as we had seen also with the Atlas. Very nice heavy gauge steel. It's not a real flimsy case that we've seen with other cases, and has pretty much all the features that you could want in a very stylish package. So that's going to do it for this product showcase. Once again, this is the Galaxis ARE series gaming case, full or mid-tower ATX case. We want to thank them for providing it for our showcase, as well as thank you for watching.